Today is officially day one. I dropped off my husband to the Air Force this morning at 9:30. Been alone since. I'm living with my mom, so that helps a little bit, but me and my husband have talked every day since we got together over 3 years ago. Every single day we've talked in some form, whether it's texting or face-to-face or calling. And that's the hardest thing for me, is I will not be able to text him, call him, do anything the entire 2 months coming. I mean, he might get lucky and get a really good team, and they might be able to call me, but that's just playing on luck. The hardest thing right now is his family. His family is texting and calling me, making sure that I'm okay, and they're reassuring me, oh, he's gonna be fine, he's safe, you don't have to be worried. And that has nothing to do with what's going on. I know he's safe. I know he's okay. I know he can hold his own. I'm worried about me. I have attachment issues. I can't be alone. And I'm alone. The only one who knew about this before my husband was my dad. Me and him would talk. He was the only one I could talk to. And then Michael came around, and I could talk to Michael all I wanted. Then my dad died. And I could talk to Michael. You know, he's my husband. I love him. But it wasn't my dad. And now, a year later, I'm losing my husband to the military. Something I never wanted to deal with. I swore that I would never get in a relationship with somebody whose life is with the military. Because I can't handle it. I know myself. I can't handle it. But now, the two people I can talk to are gone. Yeah, I know it's only for 2 months, but for someone with my issues, for somebody like me, 2 months feels like forever. For now, until tomorrow, we can text, can call. Tomorrow he flies. He flies to go to basic. And from that point on, no communication. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want someone in my situation to really see what it's like. Now, my husband, he's going into the Air Force, but that wasn't the first choice. He originally wanted to go into the Navy. Everything was the Navy. He always wanted to be a sailor. So I looked up all sorts of things online as I could. Because like I said, I didn't want to be a part of this. I didn't want to be in a military family. My dad gave up being a Marine for my mom, so I never had that was a huge step, you know, my dad chose my mom over the military, and my husband didn't do the same, so that's really hard on me. And then my grandpa, he was a Vietnam vet, but he only, he met my grandma after he got out. So I have no one to understand and share this. And everything that I found online It was all about afterwards. What it's like after they already get started and after they do all that. But I want to know what it's like now. What it's like for somebody like me, who can't handle being alone, who can't handle my best friend, my life. Just go. Just go away. And that's why I'm making this. Because I want someone else who desperately needs this, like I needed it, that didn't have it. I want to make this so you can see what it's like firsthand. Today has been a whirlwind of emotions. I'm happy for him because he finally is achieving his goal. I'm sad because I'll be losing my husband after 3 years of being together. We've only been married for 2 months, but it felt like the entire 3 years, and I'm going to lose him for 2 months to begin with, and then 4 months, and then however long his deployments are. I'm mad. I'm mad because he chose the military over me. And that's my fault, you know? It's my fault because I knew about this. 6 months into our relationship, I finally figured out that it wasn't just something he wanted to do, it's something he was going to do. His stepmom let it slip, and we had a big argument about it, but ultimately it's what he wants to do with his life. So, it's my fault. I could have stopped it there, and I didn't. So I'm mad at myself, but I'm also mad at having to make that decision. My dad had that decision. All he ever wanted to do was be a Marine. But he met my mom, and after 2 weeks of knowing her, 2 weeks, he chose my mom over his dream. He regretted it. After 9/11, he regretted it. After many years of seeing others serve their country, he regretted it. But he always told me that he would never have changed that decision. If he could go back in time knowing what he knew, he would never change it. He would always choose my mom. And they were happily married for 30 years before he passed. Me and Michael have been together for over 3 years. And he chose this. I support him. Don't get me wrong. I support him. He's my husband, and I will stand by him no matter what he chooses. It's just painful. I don't think he understands how I really feel. I've tried explaining it to him, but his family's a military family. His dad was in the Navy, his cousin's in the Navy, and both of them are his idols. I can't blame him. I can't. I've broken down multiple times to anytime somebody talks to me, I just can't handle it. I'm trying to take this time to reflect on myself. I'm very unhealthy. I don't have any hobbies. Well, I don't participate in any hobbies. I don't have anything going for me. Michael is my life. And that's not okay. He's my husband. And I love him. But I need to find myself engaged in something other than him. My life can't be somebody who is going to leave me over and over again. They can be a huge part of my life, and I want him to be a huge part of my life. He's my husband and I love him, but he can't be my life. So I have to make sure that I find myself in other ways. My goal is to get healthy and to work out. I have very unhealthy coping mechanisms. I either eat way too much or eat not at all. And pretty much anybody will tell you neither one of those is what should be happening. And when my dad died, I didn't realize that I was eating so much, but I did. I ate a lot and I didn't do any exercises, and it was just bad, and I got to a point where I was very unhappy with myself. So in this time, I want to focus on my health. I want to get back into working out because I love working out, and I want to get healthy. I want to eat right, which is very hard for a picky eater. But I need to do it, and I know I need to do it. But not only that, I want to find my identity in Christ. He is what I need at this time. And for those of you who aren't Christian, I don't know how you do it. He's my only hope. He's my only hope that I can get through this monstrosity that I created for myself. I need to find my identity in someone who will never leave me. And I'm trying my hardest, and I know I'll get there. But it's going to be a struggle. I want to make this for people to see what it's like. It might not change your decision, but to see somebody who has such struggles as it is, be able to take on this and be able to come out of it stronger, and to be able to still have a loving, wonderful relationship with their husband or wife in some cases. I'm hoping that can be your hope. I want to take you on this journey with me. I'm going to try to upload daily and tell you how I'm doing and what it's like. Hopefully I can do it until I'm out of it. Got 4 years ahead of me. And I'm really trying. And I'm really hoping that I can do this. I know I can with the proper help. And I know you can if you find that help. For me, it's Christ. It can be that way for anybody. Sadly, not enough people search for it in the right places. Some of you may think I'm selfish. I don't really care. I know I'm selfish. But I also know what happens when I'm not. I need to be selfish if I want to get healthy. I feel like people don't understand that. If you're constantly giving and giving and getting nothing in return, you're going to deteriorate. to happen. So, this is day 1. My room's a mess. I'm a mess. I'm not prepared for anything. But each day I'm going to try. And I may fail. But I'm going to try. And that's what's important. Because if I try, everyone will see it. Everyone will see it, and it will motivate those. And it will motivate others. And it will motivate you. During this journey, you may see me become numb. I may stop crying. I may stop having good times. It's one of my very bad coping mechanisms. If I don't feel, I can't be sad. And if it happens, I don't know what to do. But by you watching this, hopefully you can learn how to not do that. Because it's very important you feel this hurt. You feel this pain. Because if you don't, you'll never get over it. This is day 1.